I've done a deep dive into Poshmark shows, attending a whole bunch, hosting a couple, so that I can bring to you this segment about how can you use other people's Poshmark shows to grow your Poshmark account. I'm Monique, the work from home mogul, and I am a Poshmark ambassador too, subscription box owner, multiple business owner, that also creates YouTube videos about how to do all of those things and the mindset that you need to do it. And today, my special guest is Stage Manager Marjorie. I'm ready, let's do this. So I've got some tips about how you can use other people's Poshmarks shows to sell. And Marjorie will talk about things you need for your Poshmark shows. So don't miss out. Poshmark is the app to buy and sell your own fashion or thrifting finds, and electronics and pet stuff, men's, women's apparel, shoes, accessories, you name it, in case you didn't know. And if you're not already on the app, you can use my code MO_goal to get $10 off your first purchase. Go on there and make some money from the things you don't need so that they don't go into a landfill. The addition of Poshmark shows has definitely split the audience. Whereas before, you'd post some things, put some good keywords and pictures, let it sit there and rack up likes, eventually sell, make offers to people. People would make offers to you. Of course, this is still all going on, but as soon as you open the app, you're enticed to go to one of these Posh shows where people are bidding, where you can find some quick impulse buys, which takes people away from the home feed. You're missing out on this whole audience if you're just skipping the Poshmark show route altogether, which admittedly I have been doing as a Poshmark ambassador too, with over 90-something thousand followers. Poshmark shows can be 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 2 hours, all day long, and not everyone wants to sit behind their screen and auction off items all day, especially if this is just a hobby, passive, something on the side to get rid of a few things. That's why today I'm talking about how can you use other people's Poshmark shows to sell your stuff or grow your audience to eventually sell your stuff. Let all these other people put in the work that they've made to create a consistent audience and to build up enough where they're selling 2, 3, 5 items a day. People are doing it and willing to sell your stuff in their Poshmark shows with the new sell together keyword party feature. Go into your Poshmark app, search for the sell together keyword for Posh shows. It'll probably be right there, pop up as soon as you get there. Look around. See how many people are in all the different shows. See what their titles are. See what kind of cover photo that they have. Go in there, make some comments, see what's selling, see what's going on, and see what their rules are for you to get in and share your stuff to their tray. A few keywords, and I don't know who came up with all this stuff, but there's all this lingo, and when you go in for the first time, you have no idea what anyone's talking about. On the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see how many people are in a show at the top. You'll see a tray at the very bottom. The tray is all of the listings that are going to be auctioned on the show. It can be up to 50, and they can allow you to put some in there. And they can always take out and put more. Then you have this little credit card symbol, and that's to make sure your payment information is up to date. You're able to share. You're able to comment. There's a comment box, and you're able to send a loving eyes smiley face. There may be some rules to get in. They may have in their closet a sign-up sheet where you need to just type your name in. They may say you need to follow them first, which I think is really smart. They may ask you to do a hula hoop contest. I don't know what they're gonna do, but whatever they say to do, that's how you get in. You share your items to that host's bundle. That's how they're gonna find your stuff. They can click it and then add it to their show. They may say something like, bump your bundle. It means comment on the bundle so that they get a notification, and then they know that you're in the show so that you can actually sell it. You do need to be inside of the show to sell the item, because once they select it, there'll be a little box that pops up that says auction the item, in which you can pick the price that the bid starts at, and you can pick a time frame of 30, 45, or 60 seconds. Do those two things, click OK, then the clock runs and you'll see if you'll sell it or not. Most likely you're not going to sell it. It doesn't matter. Why? Just being in the tray means people can see this item, go to your closet to look at it, and look at other things. You'll get likes and follows just from being in the tray, even if you never auction it. You can put stuff in the tray and leave. Some people don't like that. They want you to be in there, but they know that people can't be in there all day long. Unless you're at a mindless 9-to-5 job where you can just have the phone there and you don't need the phone to do your business, you're not going to be in shows all day, every day. But the visibility is great. Another way to create visibility is to comment. People that are talking amongst each other, you can see in there who comments a lot, you can see who buys stuff, and these are great people to engage with. Getting in the show, getting your stuff in the tray is great for the viewers that are in the show. But guess what? It also notifies anyone that has liked your listing that it's being auctioned, so that they get a notification to go and buy your thing before it sells, even though it's not going to sell. This is great for you if you are picking items that a lot of people have liked. If you don't mind starting it at a low bid, you're not going to go in there and start the auction at the same price it's listed as. You're going to start it low. So you have to be okay with someone buying it at a really low price, if anyone bids at all. So besides notifying everyone and everyone in there seeing your stuff, you can also see who's buying the most, who's making the most comments, look at their closet and follow them, and start talking to them. I made another video about how to sell bundles. It was basically how to find shopaholics. And I feel like Poshmark shows are just another way to find people that are loyal, one, or that just like shopping, or that impulse buy, that have the money to spend. Hopefully they're not going into debt doing this, but you're in there and you can find these people and start talking to them, and you know if they talk a lot, if they start liking you, if they like your stuff, you're more likely to sell them a lot of stuff. They are cash cows. Now, when someone buys an item from you, they most likely want to get a second item so they can save money on shipping. They don't want to pay shipping twice. Or no one wants to pay $8 in shipping for something they bought for like $5. Sharing at least 2 things is important. Getting at least 2 things in the tray. You can talk to these people, if anyone happens to buy from you, and ask them, what would you like me to run in the show? Run means list it and put it up for auction. If they have a few things that they like, then you can put it in there so they can save money on shipping. If they buy it separately from you, just from your closet, it doesn't work. Another term that you may need to know is call out. When they ask to call out something, that means going into the person's closet, looking around, seeing what they might want to bid in, typing that in the comments that that's what they want to see. And the more that's in the show that people want to see, the more chance that there's going to be some things sold. I will make a video about hosting your own Poshmark show, whether it's a silent show or a live show, in another video. Until then, let's hear just a few basic tips about running your own show from stage manager Marjorie.
Yes, a couple of tips to set yourself up for success. You need to produce this show like you know what you're doing. So be prepared. Have your glass of water. Have your second device if you're going to be adding things or need to look up things. Really, you shouldn't have to be looking up things. Know what you're selling. Know the dimensions. Know the material. Know the answers to all the questions that people are going to ask. And if you are doing a live show, have good internet. Have a clear background have something visually stimulating for people, if it's your face or if it's just a shelf of products. If you're doing a silent show, have good pictures. Have something that people want to stare at forever, for crying out loud.
So once you do have your show started, what do we need to keep in mind?
If you're doing a silent show, have at least some good music in the background. People aren't wanting to be staring at a screen with nothing going on. Yeah, some people are at work, they're not able to hear, but if they are listening and you're not saying anything, at least have some music. And if you're having a live show, know that some people are going to have you on mute. So what can you do? Can you have a copy and paste some text, or can you have some rolling photos with house rules that you can play in between auctions? Just think about being entertaining and producing something that people want to look at and want to stay at and want to share so other people can come in. Otherwise, what are you doing this for? You're just spending 30 minutes playing photos for yourself.
We do not want to be wasting our time in there. We don't have all day for this. So how can we make the most out of it?
Yes, you have everything prepared, but once you're in the show, you've got to be engaging. If you're sharing other people's listings, have the rules set up. Is it a free-for-all? What do people have to do to get into your listing? And if they're not there to auction, to bid, what are you going to do? Are you going to be scrambling? Do you have things that you can show? Obviously, you want to sell your own things too. You're not just in there to sell everyone else's.
Once again, flawless tips, stage manager Marjorie. Did you hear that, folks? You can have your own shows, whether it be silent, just a screensaver running, or a live show. It'll notify all of your followers. So if you have a lot of followers, there's a lot of people that can know about your show. And you can even go into the My Shoppers tool and do a broadcast and tell people that you're having a show. See what happens, and stay tuned for more videos about this. If you got this far, like and share. Make sure that you're subscribed. Obviously, hit that bell for notifications. Watch this video next, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. Even though it's not going to sell.